Students, if you remember in our last class, in the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants, we have learned till formation of endosperm. First there will be pre-nuclear endosperm, then it will be followed by cellular endosperm. So you know that endosperm is a food for growing embryo. So developing embryo requires food. That food will be provided by endosperm. Now let us see types of endosperm. There are two types of seeds or two types of embryo. Let us see. Okay, so what are those? We will see. So endosperm may be either completely consumed. You know that. See, this part will be endosperm, and here there will be zygote. You know, this part zygote. So zygote requires food. That food will be provided by this endosperm. Endosperm is meant for providing food for developing zygote. So at that time, if the embryo, because the zygote becomes embryo, right? The embryo becomes seed. No? So there, is. So for that development, if endosperm is not completely used, meaning I'll tell you simple terms, for the formation of seed or for the formation of embryo, if all the food is used, 100% food is used, then there will not be endosperm left there. So these are called non-endospermous seeds because the seeds will not have endosperm because all the endosperm is used. 100% endosperm is used. Nothing is left. Okay, so if endosperm is completely used, if it is completely used, then it should be called as completely used for what? For embryo development. Embryo development. So for that purpose, because endosperm is a food for embryo to develop. For that, if they use endosperm 100% or completely, then there is no endosperm left there. So that seed will be called as non-endospermous or non-endospermic seeds. Non-endospermic seeds. There is no endosperm left. Endosperm is also called albumin. So if albumin is not there, then it is called non-endospermic or non-albuminous seeds. Because I told you that endosperm is also called albumin here. That is why if no endosperm, then non-endosperm. Non means no there. So non-albuminous seeds. Okay, like pea. Example, if you take pea, groundnut, beans, in all that there is no endosperm left. There is no endosperm left because for the development of seed, 100% endosperm is used. 100% food is taken. No food is left. No endosperm is left. So non-endosperm seeds. Then in case of some embryo development, endosperm is not completely used. Not completely used, so that endosperm is left there. Still endosperm remains after development of seed. We make one thing very sure, for the formation of seed or for the development of embryo, at that time food is required. Endosperm is a food. If endosperm is completely used, then there is no endosperm left, so they are called non-endospermous or non-albuminous seeds. Now some more seeds are there, like castor and coconut. You see castor, coconut, that white color part, what is there? now inside the coconut which we use for cooking, that is called kernel, that is a cellular endosperm. So even after becoming a seed, endosperm is still there. Even the liquid what is there, coconut water, that is also liquid endosperm. Still after formation of seed, even after formation of seed, endosperm is left. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮನ್ನು ಫುಡ್ಡಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 100% ಅದು ಆ ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ ಸೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೀಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ even after formation of seed will be endospermous seeds. Endospermous seeds or endospermic seeds. It is also called albuminous seeds. Now, like example, you can take castor. ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಯಿಲ್, ಹರಳೆಣ್ಣೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್. ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್ and coconut will have endosperm left even after formation of seed. ಅಂದರೆ ಸೀಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಉಳಿದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ರಿಮೇನ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ endospermous or endospermic or albuminous seeds. Okay, now let us see how exactly embryo formation occurs. Okay, so let us see. Okay. Of how embryo is produced, let us see. Embryo develops at the micropylar end of the embryo sac. You know, this is the case where suppose embryo is like this, and reverse transfer. So here egg is there, here two cyanogens, two polar nuclei, and here three antipodal cells. So the antipodal cells are the antipodal cells, and these are polar nuclei, and this is egg. Now, after fertilization, what happens? These two are cyanogens, this is egg. After fertilization, fertilization occurs, and this part will become a zygote. Okay, first and remaining part what is there? Now here remaining part, all that will become a endosperm. That's a food for growing zygote. Okay, so where zygote is situated, embryo development starts here. And this is a zygote. See the shade here. It's showing different color. So this orange color part what you see is a zygote. Now embryo development, I will show in blue. It starts here near the. First it starts near the zygote. Why it should start near the zygote? Because zygote needs a food. The zygote needs a food. That food is nothing but endosperm. So first embryo development starts near the zygote, and this is called micropylar end. Because you know this is a micropylar. So first embryo development starts near the zygote. Okay, then most zygotes divide only after certain amount of endosperm is produced. Zygote will divide only after formation of endosperm. Why? Because endosperm is a food for zygote. It is a food. It provides nutrition to division and development of zygote. See, in simple terms, ಇನ್ನೂ ತುಂಬ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ zygote ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಫುಡ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್. That is why in last class what we have learned, endosperm formation precedes zygote formation. One statement was there. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, then zygote develops. Why this is first and why this is second? Because for the development of zygote it needs a food. That food is provided by endosperm. Endosperm provides food for development of zygote. That is why first endosperm develops, then there will be formation of, there will be division of zygote. Okay, so you understood what I am saying. Okay, then and this is an adaptation, like I told you. Zygote and endosperm, okay, both will be formed, but endosperm development happens first, then zygote development happens. Because this is an adaptation of the plant to ensure, to make sure that zygote develops, or zygote needs food and it gets the food by endosperm. Otherwise what happens? If zygote develops first, then followed by endosperm, then zygote for their development requires food. From where it will get food? It will not get food. So that's why endosperm is the food for zygote. So endosperm development should happen first, then followed by formation of zygote or division of zygote. Okay, you understood what I am saying? Okay. So it's an adaptation. Next, let us see what exactly happens there. So first embryo development starts. Whether it is dicot embryo or monocot embryo, which we have learnt in first PhD, dicot embryo and monocot embryo, they are different, because dicot, di means two cotyledons will be there in the seed. In case of monocot, single cotyledon is there. But whatever the number of cotyledons, whether it is 2 or 1, whether it is monocot or dicot, first initial stage of development is same. Later stages are different. ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡೈಕಾಟ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಮತ್ತು ಮೊನೋಕಾಟ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋಜೆನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋಜೆನಿ. ಜೆನಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ. Primitive stage of embryogeny, first stage of embryogeny same for dicot and monocot. The embryo formation ಆಗುವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಡೈಕಾಟಿಗೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಮೊನೋಕಾಟಿಗೂ ಸೇಮ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Let us see how it changes. Slowly, step by step, I will draw what happens and how embryo is produced. Okay. So first diagram, this is formation of embryo. Formation of embryo we will see now. Okay. So first diagram is fertilized embryo. Fertilized embryo showing zygote. Fertilized embryo showing the zygote. You can draw this way, simple diagram. Where this is the egg and these two are synages. This is egg. These two are synages. But you know that once egg is fertilized and it became a zygote. After fertilization, this particular shaded part what is there, now egg became a zygote after fertilization. Zygote is 2 egg. How do you know? Because egg was haploid N, then first male gamete from the pollen tube met the egg, so N plus N became 2. Zygote is produced after fertilization. Okay, now what we are learning is embryo formation. How exactly embryo formation occurs? That process is called embryogeny. Name only says geny means formation. Formation of embryo is called embryogeny. How exactly embryo is produced? Let us see. Later it may become dicot embryo or monocot embryo, but first what happens? After fertilization, first male gamete, the pollen tube was having 2 male gametes. Now first one meets the egg and second one meets polar nuclei. There are 2 polar nuclei there. And this meets the egg, then it becomes zygote. Well, this was N and that was N, so N plus N 12. And polar nuclei already it was N and N. Then along with that, this one more second male gamete met there and it became primary endosperm. One more came here, N, that is this. N plus N plus N, it became a big nucleus that is called primary endosperm nucleus. So this is pen. In short, we say primary endosperm nucleus. In short, pen. Then this whole cell, big cell should be called as PEC, PEC. That is primary endosperm cell. Because cell contains a nucleus. Now this one big cell that is called primary endosperm cell, and its nucleus is called primary endosperm nucleus. It's very simple. Cell is called primary endosperm cell, and it contains a nucleus, primary endosperm nucleus, which is 3N. Triploid. Then here three small cells were there, that is called antipodal cells. And you should know that already we have learned in last class. If you remember, in last class we have already learned that once after fertilization, this become a zygote, then it become a primary endosperm nucleus. Then there is no work for these synergids because already synergid's work is over. What was the work? Synergid will guide the pollen tube to enter. The pollen tube ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸೈನರ್ಜಿಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ. ಈಗ ಸೈನರ್ಜಿಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗ್ದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಸೈನರ್ಜಿಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್. ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸೈನರ್ಜಿಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮುಗ್ದಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಸೈನರ್ಜಿಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್, ಫೈನಲಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ಸ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಪೋಡಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ನಾವು. Antipodal cells ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Antipodal also disintegrate. Then what happens? That we should see. Now development happens with zygote. Only this zygote I will show you. Only this zygote. Okay. Just zygote. Because zygote is the one which becomes an embryo. This zygote only becomes embryo. Okay, so let us see what exactly happens. So zygote will have one nucleus, which is already 2N, diploid, no? Because it is produced by N plus N. One gamete of pollen tube, that is N haploid. Egg was N, so N plus N equal to 2N. Zygote is produced, and zygote will undergo division. Zygote will undergo division. Okay. Then it gives rise to pro-embryo. Slowly it will divide, slightly will elongate, the size of the cell becomes long. Okay, then it will produce two cells. Okay, so these are called pro-embryo. These are the stages. Pro-embryo. Pro means primitive. Means before it becomes a fully mature embryo, these are the stages. ಅಂದರೆ ಝೈಗೋಟು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಆಗಿ, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಆಗಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೋ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ಸೆಮಿಫೈನಲ್ ದೆನ್ ಫೈನಲ್ಸ್, semi-final match then final match, like that here. Pro embryo, then final is embryo. So before it becomes embryo, zygote first divides and becomes two cells, then it is called pro embryo. Then slowly it will change its shape and becomes a globular embryo. It becomes a globular embryo. It will be like the shape will be like this. Different chalk should be used. Properly you can draw. You can draw now. see one divided into two cells, then it will divide into many cells. Like this. Okay, this is called globular embryo. What happened now? Only zygote we are talking about, because for this development of zygote, all this entire part of endosperm is used. This is all endosperm. Starting from here till here, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ endosperm. This is used as a food. Which one you use as a food? Zygote will use all this as a food. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಈಗ ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಫುಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಫುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಝೈಗೋಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ zygote is using all the food from this remaining part of endosperm and it will become finally ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಎಸ್. So then it became a globular embryo. First zygote, this zygote is here, divided into two cells, then divided into many cells and become a globular embryo. The shape is called globular embryo. Then it becomes a heart-shaped embryo. Same stage, because next what happens? It will become a shape. The shape you can see how it is changing. I am drawing slowly so that you can follow. You can draw step by step. I am drawing. You can make this short also. The same length as it was bigger size, so that is very easy. And this is now, this looks like a triangle shape, so it is heart shape. So this globular embryo slowly changes and becomes heart shaped. Well, what is the change there? This is same, this is also same. And this lower part, what is there? That will split like this and it becomes a heart shaped structure. So it is called heart shaped embryo. Okay, then slowly it becomes a dicot embryo, because we are showing now structure of dicot embryo formation, but monocot embryo also up to this stage it is common, then slowly to this stage it is common, then slowly it becomes a monocot. Now we are showing in the textbook also they are showing structure of dicot embryo. Okay, so slowly it becomes a dicot embryo. And this part, what is there, the long stick-like structure, that is called a suspensor. Suspensor it is called. So you can see the structure will become like this finally. You can draw along with me. This is the structure, how it becomes. Can you see that? I'll just turn it. Yes, now you can see. This is the same thing, suspensor. Here also suspensor, here also suspensor. Okay, so these two will be called polyledons. How many cotyledons are there? This is one and this is two. Two cotyledons are there, so it is dicot. So it will be dicot embryo. Dicotyledonous embryo, in short we call dicot embryo. Dicot embryo is produced there. Okay, then this part where two cotyledons join here. Okay, this is called plumule. You know this plumule. Plumule. Plumule means it is a future shoot. Later, the plumule will become, when seed becomes a plant, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೀಜ ಗಿಡ ಆಗಿ ಮರ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಪ್ಲ್ಯೂಮ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇರೋದು ಶೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಶೂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್, ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದು ಪ್ಲ್ಯೂಮ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದೆ. Plumule becomes a shoot in future, that is stem, leaves and a green part of the plant. So that is plumule is, that is why it is called future shoot. In future ಅದು shoot ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. Okay, so future shoot. And this part what is that? That is called radicle. And radicle is called future root. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ರೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಡೈಕಾಟ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. This is the formation of embryo. How exactly embryo formation happens? This is called embryogenesis or embryogeny. Name only says geny means formation. Formation of embryo is called embryogeny. How it happened? Once again I will explain. This zygote, what is that? This zygote will become an embryo finally. This zygote, single zygote, will become this embryo. But for formation of this zygote to embryo, it needs a food. That food is provided by the remaining part here. This remaining part is endosperm. The endosperm is used as a food. Then zygote divides into two. It is called proembryo. Then it becomes lobular embryo. Then it becomes heart-shaped embryo, and finally it becomes a dicot embryo. Then embryo becomes seed. Embryo becomes seed after. Okay, so up to this stage, for monocot embryo also it is same only. Then later it changes, but how monocot embryo is produced, that is not given in the textbook. It's not there in the syllabus. But you know that up to this stage for monocot embryo also it is same. Later it changes. Okay, so next what we have to learn is structure of embryo. Structure of dicot embryo and monocot embryo in detail we have to learn. So we will learn structure of dicot and monocot embryo in detail in our next class. Okay, so keep watching my classes. Thank you.